So, I wonder how many wonder why I'm going through this. Have you wondered why? I believe. I believe. Not only did it have something to do with the firing from AMBL, but I had a surgery just 2 years. Yeah, it was 21, 23 when they fired me, so 21. Back in January 15th of 21, I had a surgery. It was a hernia surgery in my abdomen. I was early for my surgery, and I really didn't feel I waited long, but I was early. When they brought me to the room, it didn't look like a surgery room. Nothing about it. I've had surgery before that, and it looked nothing like it. It didn't have like all the lights above, and it looked more like a closet. It had one of the metal surgery beds in there I had to shift myself onto. The anesthesiologist had already been there. He was back quite a distance from the surgery area. But I guess I didn't give it too much thought because I don't do any of their jobs. I don't do their jobs, so I didn't give it any thought. Anyway, and Dave was the other fellow in the room. Janet was the nurse that accommodated as they pushed my bed down to the room. I woke up from the surgery and I was in so much pain, so much pain. There was a nurse helping me. She had to help me even put my bra on. It was abdomen hernia surgery and I could hardly put my bra on. I was in so much pain. So I go home and I'm trying to deal with this. I was even given one of the pills they gave me for the pain cost me $1 a pill. Like, it should be good stuff. No, I was still in a lot of pain. So it was roughly, I want to say 2-3 days later before I had noticed I had chips in my teeth. I had a bruise on my collarbone and I had bruises on my right calf. And then it wasn't until about 5 days later, might have been closer to the week, I attempted to go for a small walk up the road because I used to walk every day. So I attempted to go for a small walk and my knee, all of a sudden, I'm like, what the hell? My knee had been out of place. So I had bruises down on my lower right leg. My knee had been out of place. I was feeling as if I had been raped. And I don't know, they could have just dropped me. They could have just dropped me. But there was even a strange evidence on my underwear. So there was stuff. There was stuff. Long story short, I did go to the hospital to see a sane nurse. They didn't even so much as examine me. There was nothing. They didn't take it serious at all. But I was also honest and said where I felt it came from. So they would protect their own first, right? So I ended up going to the police. It took a little bit. They got back to me and told me that nothing had happened. And they spoke with my head nurse, Karen, apparently. Okay, who's she? I never met her. She was not a single soul that I had met. She was supposedly the head nurse. Janet walked me to the room. I was stupid when I went to the police. I gave them the full list of the names that I had collected of the people that were in my surgery. I never should have. I gave them the ammo to use against me, right? So now I walk out of that with no resolution to what had happened to me, none whatsoever. Anyway, and then I was also dealing with what I was dealing with at work. Ingrid was so jealous of who I am, and I don't know what she expected to come of me. I come in as a full-time staff. I wasn't going to do what I was doing at the Hampton store. I don't know why they all thought I was going to do something amazing once I got there. Well, I'm no magician, and it was only a liquor store. What the hell did you expect me to do? They already had a manager. They had 2 assistant managers. Plus, they've got many full-time. I was only a number. That's all I tried to fucking be, but I could see a lot of shit that wasn't getting done. I wasn't speaking about it. I could just see it. I'd get cranky about it, but I kept my crankiness to myself. If it showed, well, I'm sorry, I'm not a poker player. You had no rights to fire me because you didn't like that part. You had no rights. None. Zero. Zippo. Zilch. So anyway, yeah. So between the hospital thing and the firing from MB Liquor, that is why this is happening to me. That is why I've been going through everything that I have been going through. I'm tired of it. I don't want to speak out my mouth anymore. I don't mean like this. I mean that other crap that I've had, that you've heard, that you've seen, that I'm tired of it. I want to be normal again. I just want to be myself. I was doing just fine healing before all of this. When I say healing, I mean from earlier stuff, growing up, I guess, basically. It's not healing, it's growing up. Some people look at it as healing because it's the best way for you to be kind to yourself through the whole process. But you're growing yourself the fuck up is what you're doing. We're all fucking human. And guess what? I was 12 when I lost my mom. So to anybody that was judgmental in any which way, shape, or form, guess what? I did good considering. I did very good. I raised 2 kids on my own after not having a mom from the age of 12. They might not have had it perfect. They might not have gotten all advantages, but they're not the only kids out there that never had every advantage. I did the best I could with what I had. But I did it. I did it on my own. I bought myself a house, bought myself a couple of cars. I did well for myself. And you tore me down just simply because you could. Rapist pricks.